Hello fellow Danganronpa fans and theorists. Today I should be discussing a theory on how the optimistic and hardworking Kaede may actually be the selfish and greedy Natsumi from Danganronpa 2 and the hit anime Danganronpa 3, Side Despair. I hope you enjoy. First off, let's describe who Kaede is as an individual. Kaede is an optimistic, steadfast, and hardworking girl that has mastered the art of the piano over the years. After winning a contest, she obtained the title of the ultimate pianist, but her childhood friends still referred to her as a piano idiot. Similar to Ibuki Milda from Danganronpa 2, she possesses an ability that allows her to hear even the slightest of differences between and within sounds, which is often referred to as enhanced hearing. Now, let's take a look at Natsumi, who's pretty much the complete opposite of Kaede. Natsumi doesn't really care about anyone else except her big brother Fuyuhiko, who is from Danganronpa 2. She refers to herself as the ultimate little sister, which is simply just a self-given title to fulfill her, massive ego. She's pretty much a drama queen and thinks she's above everyone else. She is also a member of the famed criminal organization located in Japan called the Zazuka, a very powerful criminal clan, to say the least. I guess they refer to themselves as a criminal syndicate, but really, what's the difference? Alright, I'm just gonna come out and say, she's pretty much a salty version of Kaede. But I bet you're asking me this, how do these two even compare? Well, if you haven't noticed already, they look pretty similar to each other. Yeah, you should be noticing a picture of a dead Natsume, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you liked, but it's pretty messed up. She got pretty much attacked by Sato. It's one of the students you discover in Danganronpa 3, Side Despair. She gets murdered pretty bad, and you notice the piano and how similar she looks. I mean, come on. The only really difference between Kaede, whatever her name, Kaede, and Natsumi is the fact that they have two different eye colors, and one of them's had a one of those weird Edhio hairstyles. You know, that little tiny hair that pops up above your head. Yeah, that. Kinky. I honestly suck at expressing my emotions, kind of similar to Maki, but we'll get to that later on during this theory video. But for now, I'm going to explain a little further how these two relate. If you haven't noticed already, you'll probably notice the symbolism that's actually above Natsumi's dead corpse. Maybe it's just an Easter egg to show what the future character will look like, but I think there's actually some sort of connection between Kaede and Natsume. But that wasn't the only thing I really found strange, but Kaede and Natsume were both born in the month of the Aries zodiac sign. Now, if we were to look at exactly what a person of the Aries zodiac sign is, they're usually courageous, determined, confident, enthusiastic, optimistic, honest, and passionate. However, they tend to be impatient, moody, short-tempered, impulsive, and very aggressive. Strange, isn't it? Kaede represents the strengths of an Aries sign, while Natsumi represents the weaknesses of an Aries sign. Convenience? I think not. Aries also love, and I mean love, to take on leadership roles. Similar to what the first thing Kaede said was that she was the protagonist. Like, just blatantly out saying it, like, I'm the protagonist, deal with it. Which I believe is completely true. I don't agree with the theories that there are people are saying that Kaede is dead, like she gets killed or something. I mean, I could understand if it's like later on, like in final chapter or something, like it's a decision thing, or if they somehow change Danganronpa into like literally a choice-based thing, where based on the choices you make in Danganronpa V3, it affects who lives and who dies, which would be a really cool mechanic, but it's hard to determine what would be canon. But if they did it like that, they would probably pick a certain route that would be canon, and it'll pretty much work with that, which would be pretty cool. But anyway, what we should be focusing on are these zodiac signs, which are a very important factor to the one's personality in the Danganronpa universe. Don't believe me? Here's another example. Maki Harukawa. Remember I told you I was going to come back to her. She's from Danganronpa V3. She's one of the pretty much my favorite characters so far. She's of the Aquarius star sign, or zodiac sign, whichever you want to call it, which strengths are that of a progressive individual who's original, independent, and a humanitarian. But the weakness of an Aquarius star sign is that they tend to run from emotional expression, tend to be temperamental, uncompromising, and aloof. However, they enjoy having fun with friends and helping others, fighting for a cause, and are very good listeners, which may explain how Maki is able to communicate with children so well, even though she has almost really no personality and she's horrible at expressing herself with other people. Because after all, kids just want you to listen; they don't really care about what you say. So, yeah, she's the ultimate caretaker. Now that we both know that Kaede and Natsumi share a similar zodiac sign and what that sign means, we can move on to how they might be one and the same. First off, let's look at their statistics. Kaede was born on March 26th of an unknown year. Natsumi was born on March 27th, a day ahead of Kaede. Is this a possible symbolism, I wonder? Like maybe it's like Natsumi is Kaede if Natsumi took a step back, that would be she would be Kaede. Actually have a talent and stuff like that, but she pretty much makes up her own talents and doesn't really help those around her. While Kaede does that, she's a leader. Well, according to what I've researched and stuff, but I could be wrong. Kaede weighs 150 pounds and is 5'6". Uh, and Natsumi weighs and height are actually very close to that of Kade's. Natsumi weighs 99 pounds and is 5'3". Almost as if Kaede is an older version of Natsumi. After all, Natsumi was still much younger than her older brother Fuyuhiko at the time of her death. Not only that, but the chest sizes differ as well. While Natsumi's chest is 82 centimeters, which is very large, Kaede is a whooping 90 centimeters. Talk about carrying a heavy load. But there are some differences in the statistics as well. Kaede is a blood type of old blood types pretty much can give a lot. Natsumi has a blood type of AB, which ABs can pretty much receive any of a blood type. A, B, AB, and O, which is pretty. I mean, it makes sense. Next thing I'm trying to say, you'll see what I'm trying to say. So like, so far, it seems like based on a blood type, it feels like Natsumi and Kaede are not one and the same. Like it's almost impossible, right? Well, no, that's wrong. What if Natsumi wasn't killed, but rather augmented? Now, hold on. Here, where I'm going with this. Because you already seen the New Year World program, and you saw what happened to Kyoko. Somehow surviving that ordeal, I have no idea how she cheated her own death. Now, like let's say she wasn't killed and Natsumi was augmented. If you look at where she was injured, you notice that she was pretty much hit on the right side of her head, like her right side, not yours. It'll be your left since you're looking. You know what I mean, perspective. This concludes to me that if she did indeed survive her ordeal, which I know is highly unlikely, and this is just in theory, so I don't know if this is even possible, but we've seen stranger things. Kyoko. Oh man, I felt like I was about to like cough up something, you know? I felt like I was about to cough up crap. Oh, sorry. Kyoko. Okay. This concludes to me that she probably did survive her ordeal. If my theory is correct, she survived her ordeal barely. Like it would be like she should be at death's end, pretty much. She would have a tremendous amount of brain damage. Of course, she was hit by a giant metal bat, okay, by Sato. I mean, come on, you got hit in a giant metal bat in the head, you're going to die, usually. Or if you're not dead, suffer massive amount of brain damage and a lot of blood, like the extensive amount of blood. What if Kaede's blood type had to be changed due to said blood loss? Like, maybe in the future, since Danganronpa V3 does take place in the future, it's possible that they have technology that allows people to like change their blood type or change it depending on certain factors. Like an O blood type can do certain things in the future that AB blood type can't do here, or ABs can pretty much take any other blood type, and the blood type she took in was O, which means she pretty much only has O blood type now because her body is pretty much filled with nothing but the O blood type because that was the only thing available to her at the time. Um, so if they altered her blood like that, which is another thing, is very unlikely, but after the Kyoko thing and Neo World program, I'm pretty sure anything's possible in the Danganronpa series now. I mean, it's pretty anything is possible at this point. Not only that, Kaede's eyes are a completely different color from Natsumi's eyes. I mean, Natsumi has a bright green eye color, and Kaede has a dark, almost feeling empty, purplish eye color. It's possible that due to her traumatic brain injury, her eyes could have suffered excessive amount of vision loss, which could require her to have an augmented set of eyes, which would explain why they feel like so empty, like they have almost no life. I mean, if you look at every single eye style in Danganronpa series, like some people have just black dots. I don't know if that's gonna be their excuse this time, which probably isn't. If my theory is right, it's probably a whole different reason why I think it's like that. But after all, it takes place in the future. I mean, you probably could walk through walls and stuff. So anything's really possible until we actually play the game, and then we'll find out what's actually in it. But also, due to her excessive brain damage, she might have had to have some replacement memories, like memories of another individual, to fully restore her brain to a functioning order. Like, so she doesn't remember getting hit and having to go through all that ordeal and all that pain. She had to have her memories like wiped and filled in with fake memories, like false memories, memories of someone else's. Uh, but in the future, Natsumi wouldn't be alive at this time without some sort of device that would allow her to survive for that long. Unless she was placed into some cryostasis. A cryostasis is like an act of preserving a subject of biological life in an attempt to preserve said subject's body until some point in the future. What if the leader of the Yakuza at the time, Fuyuhiko, put his little sister in cryostasis because he was so burdened by her death, and he really was obsessed with trying to bring her back to life. She used he used some sort of technology that was developed. No. Sorry, I said that wrong. They put her in cryostasis. They put her in there to some sort of technology developed in the near future. Since the Yakuza are probably still alive at the time, it's probably a long criminal line, and every single person who were responsible watching over her, making sure that she was still in cryostasis until some sort of technology was developed, and then they would be able to bring her back, but with different memories and different augmentations. She wouldn't remember the ordeal she went through and stuff, but pretty much you'd be changing the selfish Natsumi, like the selfish, arrogant, and pretty much talentless. The only talent she has is being salty, into a mature, optimistic, and talented young woman. Which maturity is subjective, but that's really not important right now. That would mean that Kaede herself is a lie, and that Natsumi is the truth. This would mean that Kaede was at one point in discord, but now she's with Harmony. She is Kaede. This would mean that everything she knew, all of her memories, all her dreams, her talent, everything, was just a lie. So, what do you guys think about that? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I would love to hear some of your theories as well. Just not the Kaede is dead one, please. I mean, unless you have a really good explanation, don't even bother placing that in the description. I mean, no, in comment section. Don't bother. Also, if you want to help my channel, I hope that you can subscribe, stuff like that. It really helps me out a lot, but I know most of you probably won't do it anyway. So, yeah, thank you for watching the video, and just tell me what you think. All right? This is my first theory video, and tell me how I did. I know I need to put some more personality into it, but I was tired. Give me a break, okay? Give me a break. Don't make me go Hajime on your behind. Hajime joke. You see that, right? It sucked. I know. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go cry in the corner now. Bye.